according to what is widely believed to be her Instagram, a quote, shitty named Nicole Good. She was a loving mother, a poet, a writer, and according to what is widely believed to be her Instagram, a quote, shitty guitar strummer. Her mother described her to the Minnesota Star Tribune as, quote, one of the kindest people she's ever known. She was extremely compassionate. She's taken care of people all her life. She was loving, forgiving, and affectionate. She leaves behind a young child whose father died in 2023. Why? Because Renee Nicole Good was shot dead by an ICE agent, identified by the Minnesota Star Tribune as Jonathan Ross, in what is being described as a public execution. Ross, by the way, apparently has past trauma from a car dragging. And I don't give a fuck.
What? A car dragging.
You go to therapy. You don't kill people. Now President Donald Trump and his lackeys are lying demonstrably to the public about what happened, trying to smear.
Here's folks, another video here. The shooting of this white woman in Minnesota. I see some terrible comments on the right. And now recently on so-called, believe it or not, FBA's FBA site. The terrible comments. I mean, these people are so much like it's a trash movement, FBA. Anyways, that's another thing. This is so heartbroken. I mean, it's sad. I mean, this is seems like it's getting worse and worse every day, folks. And these guys are terrible. I mean, I think you all see the photos. I mean, the video.
Renee's name. I understand that at this point, that isn't surprising from them. But it should be. And you should still be outraged that they're willing to do that. I mean, Kristi Noem and the Department of Homeland Security had the audacity to describe Renee's actions as domestic terrorism, falsely claiming that Renee was attempting to run over a law enforcement officer with her car. That is demonstrably false. This is footage filmed by a brave bystander and posted to YouTube by the Minnesota Reformer. This is upsetting to watch, so feel free to skip this next part. But if you're gonna watch it, watch her front left wheel carefully. No! You see that? That's smoke from the first shot. And look at the angle of her wheel. Jonathan Ross shot her 2 more times after that. She was turning away from him. Now for the other massive lie. Trump, the president of the fucking United States, not only also posted on Truth Social that Renee, quote, violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officer, but he said that it is hard to believe the ICE officer is alive and that he's recovering in the hospital. You mean this guy seen walking away fully unharmed after the fact? Shame! 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 Like, do they think we're fucking stupid? This administration will brazenly lie to the world's face to excuse a public execution of an American citizen. Is this the point that America's at? Where does this path lead? Right now, it's led to a child growing up without his mom. Agreed.
Where will this lead? It leads to the end. It leads to near the end of the world, probably. I don't know. I mean, it leads to, yeah, it's not going to get any better. And these guys not going to leave power. And somebody was saying that they're going to rig the election, the midterms even, so that Elon Musk, these people are wicked, the devils. Yeah, evil people, folks. They're satanic. The so-called MAGA movement, death cult, and I think he wants martial law. That's what's gonna happen. He's escalating it. That's what maybe they planned this to escalate the somehow. Maybe they planned this. They tell the ICE agents to shoot people, and you fight back, declare martial law. And this is the Heritage Front. This is not the General Front, but the Heritage Front. Heritage Front, or yeah, or Foundation. Project 2025. They plan to. He even said it too. The enemy's the left, the radical left. That's all they care about. Total fascists. These people are. The radical left is their enemy. I mean, this woman. Yeah, Renee Nicole. Oh, was it Renee Nicole? Yeah, she reminded me of what happened in Charlottesville. Remember that? The young lady was run over. That was pretty upsetting for me. I mean, this is even more. She's just really an innocent bystander. She just okay, good Samaritan. She wasn't. It wasn't like a protest. I don't think she was protesting. Like that was a protest at Charlottesville. And the Proud Boy, one of the Proud Boys, I think, like ran over her with a car. Her and a couple of other protesters, they were run over. But I think she just it wasn't really a protest. It was like, I mean, she was really protesting. So she blocked the ICE vehicle, but then she left. She tried to leave. That's the main point. And the guy shot her. Didn't have to shoot her. Anyways, folks, I'm gonna show you the next video. I wanna show you people. Let's go with
most moral.
let's go up and start from Ever Had It podcast. So
By
they
a
see what
group
they're
like
saying.
Kristi Noem, Stephen Miller, and a bunch of other sociopaths. A physician tries to go in and assist this woman, and this is how he is treated. And I want to warn you before we go into this image, you can see the woman doubled over her steering wheel, so it is somewhat graphic, but we cannot sane wash or whitewash what this execution by the United States federal government was. Play the clip.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician!
Hey, listen, I understand. We got EMS coming, and I get it. Just give us a second. We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my fucking neighbor! You caught butter in the fucking face! You killed my fucking neighbor! How do you show up to work every day? How the fuck do you do this every day? You're killing my neighbors! You're stealing my neighbors! What the fuck, man?
Pops, you know, when she says, how do you do this every day? How do you get up for work and do this every day? They like it. They want to feel like big, strong men, so they put on their masks and all their tactical gear, and they go shoot unarmed citizens because I think they're sadistic. And I think when you advertise $50,000 bonus to sign up for ICE, and you get the bottom feeders of the world that have no moral and no ethics, no respect for humanity, and they're so easy to dehumanize people, they like it. The reason he gets out of bed every morning is he fucking likes it.
This is so, it gets even more disturbing. Here is NBC News reporting from eyewitnesses on the scene. Here's a quote. She says, "Watching a woman die will change my life forever," the eyewitness says. "They carried her body out, just like by her limbs. They didn't even have a stretcher. She was carried out like a sack of potatoes." And what I'm worried about here is now Stephen Miller, you know, he started with immigrants. They hyper focus on Haitians, or they hyper focus on Somalis. They also are terrified. Stephen Miller is triggered by the liberal white woman. And this woman has in her profile her pronouns. Of course, Laura Loomer's already all over this, like we predicted yesterday in our live.
Yeah, she's gay. She's gay, I think. Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter now. I mean, I guess it matters to the Fox News, I guess. That's part of the culture wars. See? That's all about, all these guys care about. Oh my God. That's all these people, this right wing, care about. Laura Loomer.
And the dehumanizing and the demeaning of the LGBTQ plus community because of this woman's sexual orientation is going to escalate. And they are going to dehumanize her more and more. And
Although Trump never mentioned that, though. It's interesting. Christy Norm never mentioned that. It's interesting. As smart people are. I think Jesse Waters did. He mentioned that on Fox.
We no longer have a civil society. We have a bunch of broken thugs running the federal government. We have a dementia-ridden dipshit at the top who is clearly not all there. He can't pass his cognitive exams. And Stephen Miller is running the show. Stephen Miller is Donald Trump's boss. And nobody elected Stephen Miller. And this is his big fantasy. This is like porn for him. And you're going to see from Fox News and all of these others the dehumanization of a fellow American. And the fact that the United States is so civilly destabilized right now has been the goals of our adversaries for a very long time. And they have had assists by the immigrant and corporate welfare queen, Elon Musk, who gets all of these government subsidies, who doesn't pay his fair share in taxes to game the algorithms. This man is on his social media website nonstop with grievances, victimhood. He has all the money in the world. And he goes on and on and on about immigrants. And I just want to remind everybody that Elon Musk is a fucking immigrant. And not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
But here's something crazy. So after this woman gets executed by the United States federal government, there's immediately Kristi Noem does a press conference. And she has on this outfit. Kylie, will you pop up the image?
Let me ask you a straight question. If you're a Canadian senior without funeral...
Okay, so this is immediately afterwards. And then a couple of hours later, this is the same day, you guys, she goes on TV and does a press conference. She does a costume change. That's how unserious these people are. She goes from this ensemble, this costume, this cosplaying, to then now she wants to look like she's a badass law enforcement chick. And she gets on here and blatantly gaslights the American public. Play the clip and notice the costume change.
Spoken to the president today on the situation here on the ground. I also just got off the phone a little while ago with Governor Walz and spoke to him as well. I want to reiterate first with all of you the facts of what happened today. At 10:25 a.m. Central Time, Immigration and Customs Enforcement were carrying out lawful operations here in Minneapolis. Because of the adverse weather that Minneapolis has seen in recent snow, one of the vehicles became stuck and ensnared in the snow. Law
Oh my
enforcement were
God.
attempting to push out this
That's a
vehicle,
lie.
and when a mob of agitators that were harassing them all day began blocking them in, shouting at them, and impeding law enforcement operations. ICE officers and agents approached the vehicle of the individual in question, who was blocking the officers in with her vehicle, and she had been stalking and impeding their work all throughout the day. ICE agents repeatedly ordered her to get out of the car and to stop obstructing law enforcement, but she refused to obey their commands. She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle and attempted to run a law enforcement officer over. This appears as an attempt to kill
It's all
or
lies, folks. Let me forward this. It's all lies. I'm gonna forward it.
Is ICE, and ICE needs to be abolished immediately. This is a woman who the Trump administration deemed qualified because she shot a dog and bragged about it. It's not a big stretch that she and all of these other evangelical MAGA Christians get off on this type of sadism. She obviously, this is something everybody needs to understand what's happening in this country. Women in particular have been targeted by people impersonating ICE agents because of this chicken shit cowardice mask. And they wear these masks. And if an ICE agent that's in a truck that doesn't have any sort of, official government logo on it is charging towards me, some pink arm, piece of shit, bigoted, MAGA, little dick energy guy, and I'm in my car and he's charging towards me going, get out of the car, get out of the car. Your instinct as a woman is going to be to turn away because there's been all of these reports about ICE, about criminals, rapists, sexual assaulters impersonating ICE and then sexually assaulting women.
Exactly.
So this woman acted in self-defense. And she was shot for it. And now the federal government is calling her a terrorist when the terrorist, domestic terrorist, is none other than Christy, I shoot my dog, and Stephen Miller and I have a circle jerk about it. Known. That's how gross and disgusting these are. And to show you how unserious she is, I had to show you about her costume change. This is not a serious administration. We are not a serious country. We are a country that is lying. We are a country that is terrorizing its citizens and then killing them and then calling them the terrorists. And make no mistake about it, there's no both sides to this. Zero both sides to this. The United States government executed an innocent woman who was acting in self-defense to get away.
Thank you. It's not both sides. Despite what another podcaster, Rome, was saying, RBM, about Biden and his ICE agents. I guess things happen too, but this is far worse. I mean, totally. And I know Biden increased the police budget also, but this is far, far worse than Biden and the Democrats.
From unhinged, unleashed, untethered, pink arm ICE agents that have no qualifications whatsoever other than they will worship Donald Trump and Kristi Noem. That's their qualification. It is sickening. It is disgusting. And then she said that this ICE agent was in the hospital. She's a liar. Here's video evidence to the contrary. Put this up, Kylie. There he is. There's the murderer. There's the guy that executed the American citizen right after he shot her. He's not in the hospital. He tucked and rolled. They got him out of the state within an hour.
Shit.
Really? So they would, because state law enforcement had every jurisdiction to investigate this and make state charges against this, and I hope that they will. And Kristi Noem,
Well, now,
I had to write a few things down.
now that they've been blocked by doing that now. They've been totally blocked. The investigators of the Minnesota police, detectives, they've been blocked by the feds. It's totally the feds are investigating it now. They're investigating it now. They can't be involved. The state can't be involved, according to them, which is unprecedented.
She said, there was a mob of people. We saw the video. There was no mob of people. She was in her car trying to turn away to avert the ICE agent. She was stalking them. Bullshit. Bullshit. She can't even lie good enough to cover up for this. It was a defensive move. It's clear her vehicle was going the opposite way of the ICE officers, was trying to turn away from them. This is a lie. This is propaganda. This person, obviously not serious with her costume changes, but ICE is the domestic terrorist. They called domestic terrorists for people that, threw rocks at Tesla. Now they're making a list of all the people that are quote unquote in Antifa or against Trump or criticize the government. They are the domestic terrorists. Every single person that watched that should absolutely be enraged because our eyes tell us exactly what happened, and she's fucking lying.
ICE behaves no differently than ISIS. If they don't want to be called terrorists and they don't want to be called fascists and they don't want to be called Nazis, then maybe not dress up every day like ISIS. Show your face. If you're standing up for the country and you think what's right, police don't cover their faces. This is so obscene. And no person feels safe around any ICE agent. But as to the point about a mob, even if there is a group of people there protesting, and they're described as a mob, but it's peaceful and they're not threatening the officers. We get to do that. It's a free country, so she can use all the adjectives she wants. But this is an administration coasting at around 30% approval rating, and I think it's going to be plummeting and plummeting, and they are accelerating the fascism right now. They are taking a gamble right now, and this is a time for the Democrats to speak out robustly, definitively. I haven't quite seen that yet. I have from a few, not from leadership. But I just want to remind you of the abject hypocrisy from the Trump administration. On January 1st, the President of the United States tweeted this out. If Iran shoots and violently kills peaceful protesters, which is their custom, the United States of America...
Trump wants to invade Iran again, along with Cuba. Well, that's that. And eventually he's going to go after China. These people are terrible. I don't know, I'm feeling these people might dream of my nightmare scenario. I had a couple, 2 years ago, I had this dream with the start of a nuclear attack. Well, I don't know if it was by Putin, like, or he's being attacked. If the Putin is being attacked with a nuclear missile. I think he's being attacked. And the dream felt real, and a premonition that it's actually going to happen. Some kind of attack is going to start World War III, or it's going to be the end of World War III. You think of it that way. It'll be the end of World War III. Because they're going to use conventional weapons right now. Well, anyway, I'm tired of... I don't want to hear anymore. Let's see what else they're going to talk about.
Well, now Trump is surrounded by the most morally defunct, emotionally stunted, sadistic people on the planet.
Yeah.
And they put up no guardrails. And they're like, yeah, you can shoot people. And my problem with this is now these people, the chum is in the water, and they're going to get a taste for this. And they're like, oh, bonus, this girl was gay. Right. This girl, pronouns. And they're going to like that. And this...
I don't care about that. Yeah, they're going to do that. But I mean, they have to like her sexuality shouldn't be anything either way. I mean, I mean, I don't know. They always bring in these. She's right. Some of them gonna do that. Bring in the culture wars. I mean, anyways, I want to see what it's kind of depressing. I'm not gonna. This is Midas touch. This is what's yesterday.
All hell is breaking loose in Minnesota as Donald Trump's ICE Gestapo has just murdered in cold blood.
This is from yesterday, folks. I want to see. He has the first footage of the vehicle. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, it was here. Let's go back. Let's see.
3 to 4 times in her face as she tried to drive away from them. Let's play this clip.
Get the fuck out of our neighborhood!
Oh,
What the fuck? Dude, what the fuck? Dude, you did a murder for what?
Now, as Christine Pelosi says, tragically, ICE agents shot at a U.S. citizen within seconds of them yelling at her to move. You can look at the photos right here for the truth. The driver moved the car backwards, you saw in the video, not in a menacing way, but to move, to get out, to comply with what was being said. Also, even if she didn't comply, that doesn't give the ICE Gestapo the right to shoot her in the face. These are terrorists on our street, folks. Within seconds of her moving away, they shot her in the face. As Christine Pelosi says, we pray for her family and demand justice for her killer. We're hearing from the mayor of Minneapolis, Mayor Jacob Frey.
so that was the first footage. That was from yesterday, folks. And it's being there's better footage than that. You can see clearly. Like I showed you. In the first, what's her name? Gilmore. She showed it. She was pulling away, and she never hit. The guy wasn't. He wasn't in front of her. The ICE agent. He's at the side, so she wasn't. He wasn't a threat to her. She wasn't a threat to her at all. To him at all. I mean. Anyways, folks, it's kind of depressing. I'm not gonna talk that much. It's kind of, I don't know what this is unbelievable. It seems crazy. And who's gonna stop these guys? I don't know. And you think these guys are gonna give up power? Like, these are total fascists. They lie, total lies they tell. It's total fascists. These are wicked people. These are evil people, folks. They're not going to give up power, folks. So, I don't know what to tell you, folks. If they lose the election, they're going to... You think they'll give up power? Even J.D. Vance? You know, if Trump's not there. I mean... If he something or he's ailment, he's sick. If he doesn't survive in 2 years, J.D. Vance, who says he's gonna give up power? I mean, they lose the election in 2028. These people are not gonna give up power, folks. So. it's gonna be certain thing is gonna happen. There probably will be a civil war. And I don't know what it's gonna be. And this evil guy, Elon Musk, he's another one. These people are wicked. And Peter Thiel. Some say he's the Antichrist. But anyways, folks, I'm gonna stop this now. It's getting late, and I'll talk to you in the next video. But this is terrible. The woman shot by ICE. I mean, it's, you know, this is what America is, and America is going down pretty fast. Yeah. Anyways, folks, I'm out.